slowly getting things underway here. Got a couple few hours to play with today. Just gonna try to get into some shit as soon as possible. Wow, we already got 2 people in the chat. Is Jen here? I got a little bit of a demo to do today before we get started. I already got 1 like, 2. Oh, you guys are on top of it today, man. Woot 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 or something. Got a little this is one of my favorite instrumental groups called Tortoise. And if you've never heard Tortoise, I highly recommend checking them out. They are just absolutely fucking amazing. Absolutely incredible band. This is our Matriarch here. I've got some thoughts on this today after going through and playing the game yesterday and checking some things out. No, a piece just broke. Don't worry about that in a little bit. That should be easy fix. Hope everybody's having an awesome Tuesday. Just finished having lunch with my wife. Get that fixed really quick here. So who's on today? Who we got in the house? What is happening? I hope everybody is having a great Tuesday all over the world. Well, some places it's already Wednesday. That's all right. Happy Wednesday to the other half of the world. Some parts of the world aren't having a very good day, I'm sure. That sucks. Bit of super glue. Little bit of glue. How did I have that oriented? It was... I have to be really careful putting that leg back in there. That's just going to glue right in. Let's see. Check my chat settings. All messages are on. Where's Jen? I need to know Jen's here. I also need to find some Nuln oil. There it is. Checking that out today. I always have the worst time pulling this part off. I end up having to use my shirt. Or something to get enough grip on it to pull it off. I don't want to scratch it, so I'm just very carefully there we go. So I'm breaking down my airbrush right now to get these parts put into my jewelry cleaner. Okay. You can go right here. Whenever Jen gets here, I can do this wash and cure station. Hey, there's Jen. Okay. So let me get set up here. I want to show you this. So Jennifer G, our faithful, ever so faithful regular subscriber here, was asking about wash and cure stations. Uh, and you can make your own. There's nothing wrong with that at all. They're very easy to make with, you know, household shit that you have around laying around. You know, old plastic tub or a bucket filled with isopropyl alcohol. What's up, Aaron? Murphy Law is in the house. Love you guys. And so Jen was asking about the wash and cure stations. I own one. I I had the stuff around the house to make my own, but I'm kind of lazy about certain things and didn't feel like making my own. And when I originally purchased my Anycubic Photon Mono M7 Pro, my first resin printer I got, uh, it had a bundle available where for I think it was an extra $200 or $150. It wasn't very expensive. They had a deal where I could get the wash and cure station with it, and I thought, I was new to resin printing, and I just wanted my life to be as simple as possible. And I liked the way it looked. It was compact and sleek, and I was sold. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this thing. So I'm gonna show you guys how that works today, really quick. And there we go. Got my camera rig set up so I can keep my hands free and spin around in circles. So the way I have mine set up, and this setup, mind you, things are going to evolve and change with your workflow as you get moving along. And let's see, there's another part. Well, okay, so I guess I'll just start with this. This is the base for the wash and cure station. There's an additional light, like a little bendy light with a UV attachment that goes right here, and I never use it because I have pen lights, and then I've got this heavy duty UV light that apparently was left on. That's not good. So turn that off. So I use this thing a lot instead of like the little light attachment, which would be cool to use for, I guess, like small parts and shit. But first things first, let me show you how I have mine set up. So everything is in my garage, and my wife and I are both in and out of the garage, and sometimes sunlight shows through the garage. And I had an incident where before, this is the wash station part. I had this just sitting on the floor here, and there was an incident where, I mean, it's not really an incident. The garage door opened. Sunlight was coming through, and this is on the floor, and there's resin inside of here, and it exposed a bunch of the resin in there and just made it all fucking goopy and really weird. And that's one of the times I had to completely clean out my wash station because of that. And it was a mess. It was tough to clean up. And then you got to take the shit to the hazmat disposal site at your local dump. So there's that. I get some spillage inside the little bucket. So anyways, I devised a way like, I'll just take two of these tubs that you get at like Lowe's or Home Depot and shit, and I use the bottom of one to keep it in, and then I use the bottom of another one to put a lid on it, and that keeps my wash and cure station shielded from any UV light or sunlight that happens to escape and get inside here. You can see it gets pretty gummed up. That's all like spilled resin and shit. But it works really well at keeping the sunlight out, and I haven't had any problems since. So let's theoretically, we're pulling our print out, and we have our print parts. I don't have any uncured things here, but anyhow, this is the vat that it comes with. Here's a little uncured piece of resin. We'll just use that. This piece has already been washed off. But anyways, so what you do is you have this guy. It attaches here, and you can see there's like a little there's a little gear in there, right here, and then there's a gear on the bottom inside here that's got like a propeller mechanism, and so that just fits on top of there. I'm gonna leave the lid off for now, just for shits and giggles, so you guys can see how this works. But this thing's messy right now. That's why I always wear gloves when I handle this part of the process, because you don't want that shit on your fingers and stuff. All right, so let me see if I can rearrange that. So, okay. So your print comes off, you put your parts in the basket, you sink it down into your alcohol, and then you're going to go to cure, or sorry, not cure, wash. Set your time, say 10 minutes, whatever, okay? And you hit start. Takes a minute to start ramping up. There you go. So what you're seeing now is it's just causing a nice big current, and your parts are in there swimming around, and you know that current's really good because it's getting alcohol through your drainage holes and really just rinsing everything off. And after a while, the resin that it rinses off starts to build up, so your alcohol no longer is clean. You know, it gets dirty. There's different ways to filter it out. I'm not going to get into that. You can watch YouTube videos on how to clean your IPA, how to clean used IPA from resin printing. Okay, so let's say time lapse, 10 minutes has gone by. That's done. All right, so what I usually do, so the 10 minutes has gone by. You're going to pull this off of here. Okay, and you pull out all your parts and shit, and you're going to set those out to dry. I have a fan back here that blows nice cool air, dries off all my resin parts real quick and easy. And where's my lid? Here it is. So when I'm done with the wash station, you just button that up, and I put it back inside that bottom part, and then I put my lid over the top of it, and now it's protected from sunlight getting through and stuff like that. Next up is the curing station. So it's got this little turntable guy. I happen to have both levels on it. You can do one at a time. This just comes off like that. A lot of times I'm curing multiple parts at once. So here's our little part that we're going to cure. We'll set that on there, and then it's got a shield, and the shield has a little sticker on the back. This thing will, the UV light array in the back there will not turn on unless it senses that sticker. And so then you're going to go to cure, and let's say 10 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever, and you see that light turn on, and then your parts are going to do their curing thing. And then you're kind of done. If you're like me, I'm going to go through my parts after I wash them out and stuff, and I'm going to shine a UV light into these drain holes. I want UV light on the inside of my model as much as possible. I've already done this one, but I'll shine it inside each and every one of those holes just to try and ensure that every part's been cured, and you know, there's no loose resin swimming around in there, because that can cause it to crack later. You can wind up with all kinds of messes. So there's kind of some post-curing going on, but that's essentially just about every wash and cure station out there, by your general residential 3D printer type people. If you're getting into form labs, you know, their wash and cure stations like I don't know, fucking $5,000 or something, and that thing's like all fully automated. It's bonkers, and I love it. I absolutely love everything that Formlabs does. Uh, I'm not getting paid to say that, of course, but Formlabs is just insane. I learned about that company through Adam Savage, and their products are just absolutely phenomenal. It's on my dream list. So if you're listening, Formlabs, I've got tons of space in my garage to fit your gear. If you want to send some gear to a burgeoning YouTube channel for me to try out and play around with, dropping hints real hard right now. Okay. So let me go back to my chat here and I can answer questions. I hope that little demonstration answered some questions for you already. Let's see. This is like FPS, but for printing. FPS. FPS. I'm braining out. What's FPS? Remind me. Gaming first person. That's what threw me off. I wasn't gonna. I would have never related first person shooting with with 3D printing, but yes, that's exactly what that was. I love that attachment for my phone. It's just this guy. I don't know if you guys can see that. So my phone's got a magnet, so I could just set my phone on this, and then I wear this around my neck, and yeah, it's really cool. Sarge over at Sargent Digital Designs turned me on to that little device, and it's kind of cool to have around the studio. I also have a head-mounted one that goes on my head, obviously. I do use that one sometimes, but not as often as I use the neck piece. I just like the neck one better. So I'm getting this cleared up. So to bring you up to speed with what I'm doing today, I'm fucking around and finding out is what I'm doing today. After playing the game and going through a bunch of pictures and stuff, I'm not entirely happy with the darker grays or the lighter grays really on the model. It's not really true to the game. I do like it, but I want to stay true to what the Matriarch looks like in the game. She's a little darker, and I want to stay true to that. So I'm going to be darkening her up. And my idea behind that is to be using some Nuln Oil, which is like a transparent wash that Citadel makes. And I'm going to put that in my airbrush and spray a part down and see how it looks. Fingers crossed. I'm happy with the result, and we can move on. So it shouldn't take long to do this little bit of fucking around and finding out. But it should darken her up, and it should really help add some je ne sais quoi to whatever the fuck that means. It should add to it a little bit. So let's pick. Well, since this was the first leg I had like finished, I'll try it out on this one. I also like this leg because it's straight. It's really easy for me to just cover up these parts. I don't. Well, actually, I don't really care if I get null oil on these silver parts either because it's transparent. But I'm gonna kind of avoid them anyways. But let's see. Let's fucking see what happens. All right, feeling good. We got 5 people watching and only 1 like. That's problematic. Guys, I hate asking this, but because it's kind of stupid, but it's not. It really does help my channel if you can drop a like before you bounce. Hit that beautiful like button. I super, super, super appreciate it. Really appreciate you guys. I love you, but please hit the like button if you could. It really does help grow the channel and kind of helps the algorithm push my my channel out so we can grow the viewership. We're almost at 600 subscribers, which is friggin' bitching. I tell everybody the same thing, like all the time. Like I didn't expect to get 10 subscribers. So thank you guys. I owe you a tremendous amount of gratitude. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, so let's see how this looks. I'm really unhappy with this airbrush right now. It's funny, this Nuln Oil is coming out almost completely transparent. But I like the effect it's having on it. It's normally something you would brush on. You know, it's basically a wash. So I have another one I want to try, made by Army Painter. I think it's Army Painter. And it's a little darker. And I want to try that too. See how that looks. This airbrush has been really messing with me lately. And I don't know what's going on with it. What's my pressure at? All right, where's my army painter stuff? Where is it? Just dropping shit here. Do I not have it? Concrete diorama. Musso black. Oh, where did I put that shit? Oh, that's right. Fucking on my... I forgot I used a bunch of this to repaint our fountains. So it's a game wash dipping formula. So essentially what you could do is take your miniatures after you've put down base coats and everything. You can take your miniatures and just dip them in this stuff. And that's how you do your wash. I haven't tried this with an airbrush yet. So once again, we're fucking around and finding out today. We'll just see how it looks, but it is transparent. It's just a little darker than Nolan oil. So let's see how we feel about how this looks. All right. Okay, I really don't like the way this is atomizing. This airbrush is just being seriously problematic with me right now, and I'm not happy with it at all. I've cleaned it out. All right, that's adding some nice weathering to it, though. I do like that. But I think I'm going to put this airbrush away and go with something else. Because I don't know what's going on with this airbrush. It's just spitting and... Okay, wait a minute. I think my pressure gauge is off. I'm also just not getting a consistent flow with it. I think there's like a stubborn clog or something in my nozzle. I'm already liking the color better. Now I want to try it with Nuln Oil on there. Sometimes you just gotta fuck around. Okay, I'm kind of liking the Nuln Oil brushed on. A little messier. A little more beat up. So I went into the game and was kind of looking at her. She's a lot darker in color. And even before she's been in kind of like any kind of battle, she's kind of beat up looking. There's a lot of scratching and stuff going on. Sometimes you just gotta fucking slap a sloppy wash on something. Okay. Right now, I'm more or less just playing with weathering and getting everything darkened up. So you compare that, big difference, and I like the difference so far. Um, I'm going to add some very faint silver to it. This is just going to add a little hint of metallic to it. Some of these highlights, and that just kind kind of helps sell the illusion that it's metallic, that it's made out of metal. You're not going heavy on it, just enough to give it a little bit of a sheen. And what I'm using is this Rune Fang steel. It's an air paint by Citadel. Dry brush is really nice. Oh, that's really starting to sell it now. Yeah, I dig that. Little bit of shine on the front of the foot. I think I'll call this leg done. Nope, not before I clear coat it. Or barrier coat. And I'm just using a flat clear. You like that, Jen? Is that looking a lot better now than... It's got that nice dark, like gunmetal gray to it. Looks pretty... It's looking kind of beat up. I think that... Yeah, I think it's looking way better like this. I'm going to clear coat this part and call it good. Give it one more final blow dry here. Quick clear coat. Set that one back. Next leg. I'm finding that the combination of both the 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 Games Workshop or the Game Wash from Vallejo, like the combination of the two, is pretty sweet. Use this one for initial wash and texturizing by dabbing it with a paper towel or a sponge, whatever works for you, and then following it up with a coat of Nuln Oil. Makes it look pretty cool. Change camera angles. I don't like the way this is working with what I'm doing here for you guys. Well, still only one like. That's cool. And now back to our silver. It's done now. I kind of wish. Throwing that little bit of silver in there really changes it up, though. It's nice. Makes it look really cool. It's just got this very subtle glint of metal on the edges. And it just tricks your eyes into saying, like, oh, that's made of metal. I love it when you fuck around with something and it works. And this is now that the clear coat's dried, that flat clear deadens up all that shine, but it leaves it underneath. You know, you got this nice metallic feel to it. Yeah, I'm digging that. Gonna keep running with that. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That clear coat is really what finishes it off. I know Jack correctly mentioned that there was a part yesterday where I missed the copper bit on it, and that's this one. You know, all the other pieces have like a copper joint right there. So I left it like that because you can make up a story and say, no, I didn't forget to paint that copper. That's a replacement part. See? See? You can make up your own stories, man. But good catch, Jack. I appreciate that. But I'm going to leave it because it's those little imperfections in something like this that kind of further sell the story that you're writing with the piece. Fuck, that looks cool. Yeah, I'm really, really pleased with the way those turned out. And every one of them is going to look slightly different from the other, but we're using the same technique through as a whole, but no two are going to look alike, which that pleases me. I like that. So let's get into it. Let's do another one. Digging this. No airbrush needed. Wait a minute. How's everybody doing today? I'm going to take a break now. I see we got 6 people in the chat. Oh, wait, no. We're down to 4 or 5. It could be also that, you know, I use the hashtag Arc Raiders, which is a wildly popular game right now. If you haven't played it, you should definitely try it out. I'm not getting paid to say that. It's a fucking awesome game. And Jack-3D, who created this model of the Matriarch in the game, just did a super bang up job. I honestly can't. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, Jack. Like, I legitimately am impressed with your model making skills, your 3D sculpting, man. It's very good. Trash guy's here right now, so there's a little bit of background noise I apologize for. But yeah, how's everybody's day going? What are we all up to? What's happening? Move this over here. I think I'm going to leave that one alone now and just let that wash play on it for a while and see what comes out. Hey, what's up, Jerry? Jerry from your phone. Hey, at least you piped in, man. I'm stoked to have you as always. Much love to you and Jen, my brother. Today on the 3D Painter, aka the Fuck Around and Find Out channel, we're playing around with washes. Oh, look at that. Look what that did. Some really cool elements popping out of that. But I'm going to leave this one like that. We're going to let that dry as is. And then our next coat is going to be with the Nuln Oil. And that's going to play around in its own way with some of these different elements, like this gray part here that I didn't paint. This gray part here I didn't paint yet. We're just going to let Nuln Oil do that. Some cool shit going on here with this leg, though. I like it. I went from wanting a barely touched Matriarch to kind of a battle damaged Matriarch. And I'm really digging it. There's some really cool elements evolving out of this experiment, and I'm stoked on it. Thanks, Jerry. I appreciate it. I'm really digging on today's progress so far. And then earlier we had a demonstration on the wash and cure station. I have the Anycubic wash and cure station, and Jen was curious about how they worked and, you know, whether or not they were worth it and stuff. And so I was kind of going over it. I personally like them. I like the way Anycubic did theirs. I don't think I'm going to need this brush. I really like the way Anycubic did theirs, and it's shit. They're probably even a lot cheaper now than when I bought mine. So yeah, I was just kind of going over that earlier in the chat, in the stream. Okay, Nuln Oil is next. Dude, there's some really cool effects popping out. And I got that, if you missed it, I got this from just taking this paper towel and slopping it on there. And the patterns on the paper towel are kind of helping create some different battle damage effects and weathering, you know, what you want when you're going for something like this. Like I said, I originally intended for this to be an almost pristine looking Matriarch, and now it's evolved into, I really like the battle damage better, and we're going to keep going with that. So first layer is our game wash. Uniformation major cure stage. Not a fan of your wash station. Want a better one? Yeah, I was mentioning to Jen. You can build one. Of course, they're really easy to make and cheap to make on your own. Which, knowing Jen, she'd probably wind up doing. You can absolutely do that, or you can buy one. And use that. Which wash and cure station? I have the the Anycubic wash and cure, and I really like it. I don't really have I don't have any complaints about it that I can think of, but I don't have anything to really compare it to either. To be fair, it's the only wash and cure station I've had, and I use mine differently than some people do. I'd mentioned to Jen that your process and your procedures and your workflow and everything's going to evolve and change with experience and how you set your setup. You know, my workflow with my wash and cure station changed when the first time I opened my garage door. My wife and I were coming home, and by the time I realized that the garage door was open and there was sunlight blaring down on my wash and cure station, and I went, "Oh no!" It was too late. Lesson learned, and then I put I put my wash and cure station in like a Lowe's bucket thing, and that was that. So now I'm taking an airbrush and just kind of pushing some of that wash off in different areas to get it to move around, and that further kind of adds some other effects. And this will somewhat get blended as well when I do the dry brushing for the metal highlights on it. I may even add some little teeny tiny silver freckles to the model to represent like bullet holes. I don't know. I also don't want to overcomplicate things. You don't want to oversell it. Oh, okay, so the uniformation one. From what I've seen so far, like everything uniformation does is pretty awesome. I haven't pulled the trigger on any of their products yet, but I wouldn't mind trying it out. Absolutely. All right, now we go with silver for some highlighting. Give it that metallic look. Nope. Jerry, have you ever heard of Hot Snakes? The band? They're playing in the background right now. I think you'd like them. Yeah, you should check them out, dude. I think you'd like them. Man, that dry brushing just really, really adds to the effect. It looks so cool. Of course, it's not translating to camera as well, I'm sure. But holy cow, it looks fucking sick on my end. God, that looks so cool. All right, this one's ready. Another thing too, I'm digging is it goes pretty quick. The different layers, you know. Sweet. All right. I'll take this minute while I'm looking for some other music to play to thank everybody for stopping in today. I really, really appreciate you and all of my subscribers. Thank you guys from the very bottom to the top of my heart and to the end of the universe and back. I couldn't get any more expansive than that, I think. I really, really appreciate you guys and thank you. Makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. I feel very loved and I just dig it. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Almost at 600 subscribers now. I'm pretty blown away by that. Trying to find something cool to listen to. Something mellow. Here we go. This is chill. This is a guy by the name of Sam Prekop, who was the lead singer and guitar player for a band called The Sea and Cake, that I've been into for the last 25 years. Guys are love The Sea and Cake, and Sam's solo stuff, which is what we're listening to right now, is really cool. Guy's got an awesome voice and really just an excellent songwriter. Dude's I really like his body of work. Mellow, easygoing stuff. Especially like listening to his stuff when I'm driving. Oh, Jen asks, "Don't get all mushy on us." Oh, I will get mushy, dude. I'm perfectly okay with my feelings and in touch with my sexuality, and I'll fucking cry. Did I find out which song YouTube flagged yesterday? No, I didn't. As it turned out, when I went to publish everything this morning, they took the flag down. Nothing's come up today, so that's good. So far, so good. But yeah, I don't know. It was an anomaly or something. Yeah, I didn't have any problems this morning going to publish. In fact, not one song that played yesterday was banned in any other countries or regions, so that's cool. I think in the background I really like this guy's music too, because I was listening to the Sea and Cake and Sam Prekop a lot back when my daughter was born. In case some of you didn't know, I do have a 23-year-old daughter. She's amazing, and this music reminds me of her a lot, because that's what I was listening to way back when she was a wee lass. So I have a lot of fond memories of these songs playing when I was raising her with her mom, and yeah. So you see where the paint beaded up right there? What I'll do is I'll take the airbrush, kind of push on the center of the bead, and it leaves behind a cool like crater. And if you dry brush over that, it'll make it kind of look like a bullet hole, like something hard, something big hit it. It's one of my favorite little. I think I learned that from Adam Savage, actually. So if you're watching, Adam, thank you. I think that was one I got from you. I doubt Adam's watching my channel, but you never know. Never know. I am a huge, huge, huge fan of Adam Savage's work as a model, a prop designer, maker. The guy's just amazing. I actually knew about Adam Savage before Mythbusters too. Through I think it was Star Wars was how I found out about Adam's works. All right, time for a new paper towel. This one's getting a little too cruddy. Still perfectly fine for dry brushing though, so I'm gonna keep that aside. So now our next step again, of course, is our Runefang steel, and I'm just doing a really, really, really light dry brush on top of it to further the illusion that it's a big chunk of walking death metal. This thing is out to kill us. There's another band, if you don't know about these guys, been listening to these guys for many, many years. I think they since disbanded, but they're called Broken Social Scene. From Canada, you might be familiar with Leslie Feist. Her vocals and musical skills are just phenomenal. I've always been a big fan, and I especially love Leslie's voice. Good God, what a beautiful, sexy woman. And that voice of hers is just, oh, holy shit, Leslie. No offense to my wife, who has also an absolutely incredible voice. My wife's a classically trained singer, and she's amazing. Love you, honey. Leslie just sings in a different style, of course, and I really appreciate her vocal talent and her musical skills. She's done some cool projects with a duo called the Kings of Convenience, which are, I think, Simon and Garfunkel, kind of. Just a duet, two guys playing guitars with absolutely phenomenal what's the word I'm looking for? harmonies. Their harmonization is just really, really nice. Really love, absolutely adore Kings of Convenience, and their music's really funny too. Some of their songs are pretty fucking twisted. If you listen to this beautiful guitar music and these two guys harmonizing beautifully together, and they're singing about this really toxic woman who's like a sociopathic narcissist. The song's called "Toxic Girl" by Kings of Convenience. Uh, the same album too. Leslie Feist from Broken Social Scene sings with them on it. Um, so yeah. In case you couldn't tell, I'm really, really, really into music. I love music. I'm a person who enjoys playing music myself. My music symbols here, bass and treble. Um, so until YouTube shuts me down, I'm always gonna play some trippy shit on my channel while I'm painting, and try to introduce you to some cool tunes. And of course, I always give credit to the musical talent. I do not own the rights to any of the music you might hear on my channel, and I strongly urge to, if you really like something you hear on my channel, please go into the copyright section of my published streams and videos, and you can find the names of the bands you heard on the stream posted there, what album it's from, all that's in there. And please support the music, and please support them and go buy some tunes. Who's awesome, Jerry? Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, I did have some big names playing that day. What was that, 2 days ago? But yeah, nothing got flagged. I'm super stoked on that. Just clear coating really quick. Putting our barrier coat on here. And this is a flat clear coat too, so it deadens up that shine a little bit and kind of lets everything hang out underneath. It's like a subdued, turns into like a subdued brush metal metallic color. Looks really good in person. Set that back there. Who were you? I'm sorry, Jen. Who were you saying was awesome? I missed that. I am awesome. Thank you. Oh, Adam Savage. Yeah. Adam's fucking amazing. Thank you for all you do out there, Adam. This is the Kings of Convenience.
And breathe life in and move like nights through scars on land, still untouched. No stain of hands,
And me, of course. Yeah, I'm just me. Just plain old me.
Get forgotten. The weight of lead on floors of sand. The idea reduced again to outcome. No chain stays unbroken. All pains get forgotten.
I need a turntable. I need a turntable Lazy Susan here that I can just hit my foot pedal, and it'll start rotating. I need to. I need that. Let's make that happen. I need that in my life. Now on to silver. Had to exit real. Jerry says back. Had to exit real quick. Wife needed my phone. We're at the father-in-law's house. She's on 3 different phones at the same time with different agencies. New insurance won't cover his medical. Oh God. I just went through all that and had to wind up getting new insurance. So basically, my insurance, my health insurance, wouldn't cover. My providers wouldn't cover the pre-existing issue I already had going on, which you guys are aware of, and so we had to look into getting other insurance because what was going to happen is if we wanted to keep the same doctors and all that through the current plan that I had, My insurance premium was going to jump up to $950 fucking dollars compared to the, what was it, $75 I think I was paying before, 175, 110. I don't remember. My wife paid the bill. I just gave her money. And so my wife started looking into different policies and shit, and she was able to find me insurance coverage where I only had to pay I think it's $220 a month now. I don't normally talk politics on my page, but you can thank the fucking president for all this shit. If you voted for that fuck, you can thank him when your insurance premiums go up and your gas prices fucking skyrocket. Yeah, I know the president doesn't control gas companies and oil and all that, but he kind of does. If he starts a war with the Middle East and shit and they control different things, oil prices are going to get affected through world market. And I could go on and on and on and on and on about how pissed off I was about that. So I can, yeah, I can totally sympathize with you and your wife and your family with getting her dad's health stuff figured out, man. And I wish you the very best on that. I hope you guys get that figured out ASAP, and you wind up with stuff not coming out of pocket too much. Yeah, I feel for you, dude. I'm very sorry. I feel for Jen too. But that shit is just, it's a nightmare to put to find and get everything set up in the first place, and then this bullshit bill passes and everybody's in, if you're not rich, you're fucked. It's pretty much how things are going right now. I'm not rich, that's for damn sure. I'm sure most of my subscribers aren't rich. And I'm sure my subscribers out of country, most of you guys are like, what in the actual fuck is going on over there? A lot of us are wondering the same thing, I promise. I am one of them. What in the actual fuck? And that's all I'm going to say about that. This is not a political views channel. With Medicare and what's covered Medicare are covered now. Right. Well, in my case, it was like, he had such a hard-on for California and Obamacare and all that crap that they did everything they could to fuck anybody over who might be benefiting from that. And, yeah. And these, you know what? I don't fucking care if I lose subscribers or something. Who gives a shit? Bye. Take yourself out. But these fucking idiots that voted for him, most of them voted for him. Let's face it, because of illegal immigrants taking our gerbs and our health care and stuff like that. Well, guess what? They're not getting food stamps. They're not getting all these benefits you think they are. They're telling you that because they know it's going to piss you off. It's a fucking lie. It's not happening. They're not getting benefits. Meanwhile, they are coming to our country any which way they can for a better life, and they work their fucking asses off. They pay taxes by buying groceries and all the things that we do, but they don't get the same benefits. If they get sick or break their fucking foot, they're fucked. I know firsthand people here, especially in California, They got no access to benefits. They pretty much had to pay out of pocket for injuries and sicknesses and stuff like that they have to put up with. And they work their fucking asses off. But whatever, believe whatever you want to believe because you don't like brown people or something. Go fuck yourself. Oh my God, did all that just come out of my mouth? Holy shit. Sorry. Rant over. I'm going to just shut up now. in case you haven't guessed it yet, fuck Trump. Fuck that guy and everything he's doing to this country and other countries all around the world right now. Fuck that guy. He's always been a horrible person. He's been telling you that for fucking years. And you dumbasses fucking voted for him anyways. Okay. Got that off my chest. Sort of. And agree to disagree, but that. Oh. Jen, I love you, but this is one moment I'm going to take to say you're fucking wrong if you voted for that guy. And I'm going to leave it at that. When you're ready to finally figure it out and come over to the light side, make no mistake, I'm not a Democrat either. I'm in the middle. I fucking don't like either one of them. And everything else going on right now is a fucking distraction from what's really going on out there. And I say fucking throw them all over the throw them all in jail. I don't give a shit. If you're fucking kids or something, fuck you. You're off to jail for the rest of your fucking life. Good. I'm glad you're in the middle. I hope you didn't vote for that jackhole though. Because guess what? He's not doing anything to help you. I promise. You're not rich. Absolutely. I totally agree. If you break the law, you're fucked. Bye. You're going, they all deserve justice. I don't give a shit about Clinton. Whatever. Like, if they broke the law, fucking bust them. All I know is they're not under investigation right now. They showed up for court. They answered depositions. They got nothing to hide. They're putting themselves out there, but guess who's not? And fuck Kristi Noem, too. Stupid fucking cunt. Fuck that chick up the ass with a big black rubber dick. I guess this is the day I come out, say how I feel about things. I may lose subscribers over it, and I really don't give a shit. I don't. I'm mad. You should be too, even if you voted for the guy. You should be. If you voted for the dude, you should be even more fucking pissed off. Because he lied to you. No more wars, my fucking ass. President of peace, my fucking ass. Do you know anybody who's literally had to beg, lie, cheat, steal, and shit to try and get a Nobel Peace Prize? What a fucking piece of shit. Fucking grifting piece. Fuck that guy. I fucking hate people like that. They're so fucking gross. And if you think he didn't fuck kids or try, holy shit. He's been trying to do that shit for a while. Grab him by the pussy. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. That's how women love to be treated. Fucking assholes. It's my channel. I'll fucking do whatever the fuck I want, and that includes changing my mind. Sometimes you got to get pissed off. And yeah, wake the fuck up. Tell me I have fucking TDS or some stupid shit. What, Trump devotion syndrome? No, absolutely not. I do not have Trump devotion syndrome. I think the guy's a piece of shit. Always have. Long before his presidency, I didn't like the guy. I didn't like the way he treated women. Didn't like anything about the dude. And I didn't like the way that he was ripping off contractors and stuff like that. He's been telling everybody exactly the type of person he is ever since he came into the spotlight. I mean, for fuck's sake, he's a grown-ass man running a fucking women's pageant. That can't be a good thing. It just can't. Oh, they just let me go back in the locker room and stuff, and I can just do whatever I want because I own the pageant. Yeah, he fucking said that shit. Dude was walking around 12-year-old girls' dressing rooms and shit. He's a piece of fucking shit. I think MAGA should have their own fucking bathrooms. Seriously, I don't trust any of them around women or children. Period. Bunch of fucking weirdos. Fucking gross. That whole white Christian nationalist fucking crazy ass movement. That doesn't have any place in this country, anywhere in this world. And I've traveled all over the world. Other countries don't do that weird ass shit. Here's the thing. I love people. I love good people. And I want to see the human race thrive. It's 2026 now. And I would like to think that most of us are better than what we are seeing in the current state of things. There's no reason for us to be at war. None. None. You guys voted for fucking lower gas prices. Oh shit. Have you seen gas lately? Just in the last 3 days? Holy fuck. Oh my god. I can't even. Oh, I could go on and on. Grr. If you voted for that shit, like, you're the person that didn't fucking use their goddamn blinkers when I was driving yesterday. You're that guy. You're that person. I know it's you. I fucking know it's you. You're the one that didn't use their fucking blinker on that right-hand turn when I was waiting for the light to change. You fucking asshole. And then you had to go and vote for that fuck stick. And like I said, I don't give a fuck if I lose subscribers. I don't. Like, feel free, take yourself out. Bye. Don't care. Don't forget to take your like back on your way the fuck out, and don't let the door hit you in the ass. I love this country. I love everybody in it. Everyone. You. Love all of you. I don't give a fuck what your skin color is, what language you speak. Welcome. Do everything you can to come here legally, please. I know our system is really tough and it needs reform badly. Badly. Yeah, some of those countries out there are shithole countries. Why do you think their people want to come here so bad? Make it easier for them. They want to come here and work hard, you know? And hey, if it was really about all the illegal drugs and shit, if it was about fentanyl, they wouldn't be showing up at people's work to arrest them. Drug dealers aren't fucking out in the fields picking fucking strawberries, you dumb fuck. They're out dealing drugs. You see these ICE guys like going out to all these affluent, predominantly white neighborhoods where there might be a Mexican family working for another family or a Puerto Rican family, you know, just any brown skin colored family. And they go into these affluent neighborhoods to arrest these people. Start sending them out into the fucking gang territories. If it's really about the drugs, if it's about the MS-13 and all the gangs and shit, tell ICE to go there. Tell those chicken shit fat fucks with their faces covered to go to a real gang territory. Tell them to go to the ghetto. Tell them. Make them go there where the problem really is. I see them all the time. All you have to do is drive down to LA. You won't fucking see. Here's a tip. You won't see ICE in those neighborhoods. Those fuckers are scared to go there. That's where the drugs are. Fucking assholes. Like, open your fucking eyes. It doesn't take a genius to fucking figure out you're getting fucking played hard. All that dude gives a fuck about is staying out of prison and saving face. That's it. That's all he's done his entire fucking life. And I get it too. I know that there's a large portion of our country full of people that would love to just be able to grab women by the pussy and just be a terrible person and not have any accountability for it. And that's why you voted for that fuck stick. Deep down inside, you're a misogynistic, sociopathic, fucking narcissistic piece of shit. Some of you, it's not even deep down inside. You can just see it out in the open. It's fucking bonkers. And that's why he voted for him. It's okay. You can change. You can come back. With time and therapy, we'll all be okay. I'm Generation X, which is another word for generation fuck you. And we don't fucking play. I don't fall for any of that bullshit that's getting pulled over your fucking eyes right now. And you shouldn't either. It's so fucking simple and easy to find. It's right out in the open. Ooh, that looks cool. I accidentally peeled a little bit of paint right there. And it looks really neat. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to try to fix that. Anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Just kidding. Just kidding. We got work to do here. It fucking got real quiet in the chat. Holy shit, Ron's losing his fucking mind over there. I do. I get so fucking fried by all this shit right now. Because I really do love people. I want to see people thrive and do well. I really do. I mean, life's pretty simple. It really, I mean, just don't be a dick. Some of y'all just can't help yourselves. You see other rich fuckers being dicks, and you want to be a dick too because you had to grow up poor on a farm and shit like that. And you're gullible enough to believe all these fucking lies you're being told. Oh, gas is gonna get cheap. Like, really? That's what makes you make political like life choices and shit is like how cheap gas is gonna be. Fuck. Go buy an electric car and shut the fuck up. They don't make electric tractors. Well, yeah, they do, and you don't even drive a tractor. Go fuck yourself. Oh my god, I've heard it all. It's so stupid. All right, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. I guess I had some things I had to get off my chest. Maybe I need some therapy. I don't know. Maybe I need some good old fashioned weed to just calm my ass down. Everybody leave. Okay. So you can see by doing some dry brushing throughout, it starts to kind of clean up some of these mottled spots that are like kind of a byproduct from the, what was that? Oh, Bricks and Sprues is on right now. All right. I think we've got a completed set of legs now, which is awesome. I'm definitely going to have to get some more rattle cans. I'm getting low on some certain things. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I will do my best to make sure that that is the last time I bring up anything political on the channel right now. Jerry's right. I don't. I mean, that's literally the first time I lost my shit on my channel, talking politics and stuff. So I apologize for that. I just had some shit that needed to be said. It needs to be said. But to be fair, there are plenty of other channels for that. And mine isn't one of them. So I appreciate your patience and understanding. Okay. Now, let's see how this all comes together. So I know this leg goes in front. It's actually a lot easier to just put this together kind of upside down. Okay, so that was correct. That is this leg. Is this the one that broke and now it's not fitting right? There it goes. Okay. And then he had this one forward. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that looks so much better. Oh, I'm digging that. I wish my Lazy Susan was big enough to get all the legs on there better. Let me see if I can maneuver it up there. I want to be able to turn it. Well, we'll just set this leg right here or something. Shit, yeah, that just looks so much better as a whole. Now that it's a little darker and more metallic looking. Very pleased with that. I'm going to call the legs done. I don't see or feel anything about them that needs to be changed. Very happy with the way they are turning out. So this is going to be our next piece to work on. Yeah, I thought about that, Jen. I like having the round space to work on. Thank you. I have to soak this brush. Don't want to let that paint dry on it. That's better. What everybody do for dinner? Whatever tonight. Anything special? We are having leftovers tonight. That's what I know. I made a huge corned beef and cabbage yesterday for my wife and I, and it was phenomenal. And I will eat that shit all year round. Anybody got special dinner planned? Pizza? I love pizza. Are you ordering pizza or you can't believe it's not delivery? Or are you making your own pizza? Like from scratch or something cool like that? Oh, pizza for me for a dinner suggestion. I appreciate that. No, we're having leftovers tonight. Yeah, the wife already said too. She's like, I want leftovers. And I'm like, God bless you. I said, God bless you. And I'm an atheist. So my idea with these little burner guys, I want them to look like they've gotten really, really hot. So what I'm doing now is putting down a metallic, and then later I'm gonna very carefully airbrush like purple and blue around the edges to make it look anodized, like what happens to, you know, steel when you get it really hot. You know, you see it on like motorcycles and stuff like that, the pipes and everything. So that's what I want to do. So I'm just brushing in the metallic elements for future. You made fajitas? Cool. I fucking love fajitas. Steak or chicken? Or pork. I mean, you can make pork fajitas too. Yeah, my phone is plugged in. Does it sound weird or something? My phone sounded weird? Like, I'll move away from my microphone or from my phone. Does my voice sound farther away now? And then it's getting closer as I move close to my phone. Yeah, my battery is dying. In fact, I just got a 20% notice. Yeah. No, it's almost 20 after 4, so I'm going to have to bounce off pretty soon to get some things done around the house and then be ready for when the wife comes home. So I got some other elements that I'm going to do in metal here, metallics stuff, but I think at this point I'm going to call it a day. Well, I'm going to call it good on this stuff for now anyways, you know, but I think we're going to be back at it tomorrow. For sure. I'm really making a push to get down here every day right now, especially now that my wife's back at work, and get work done on these models. And I am getting anxious to get back to Obi-Wan Kenobi Rides Boga as well. So I'm looking forward to getting this piece finished up. That being said, I want to take the opportunity to say thanks to everyone who stopped by the channel today. I really appreciate you guys stopping in. Thank you, Jack-3D, for the amazing models you produce. I'm really enjoying putting, getting this Matriarch model done that you've so eloquently printed or designed for me to print, for everybody to print. This thing is just bitching. I love it. Sorry, I'm getting weird weather notifications on my phone. But yeah, I just thank you guys all. I apologize again for my rant earlier. I've always kind of made it a promise to not talk politics in my channel, and I kind of strayed away from that promise a little bit today, so I apologize for that. But my rant is over. I shan't say anything further about it, and we're just going to leave that topic open for discussion in other forums from this point on. that all being said, I can't think of anything else I need to say. I love you guys, and I want you all to have a very nice day and a nice evening. I'm gonna look forward to seeing you again really, really, really soon. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the way the legs turned out. I I like the way they're turning out as well. I'm really, really pleased with uh, the dark, like almost brushed gunmetal gray, metallic, dirty look. Battle worn. They're looking cool. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate and love all of you. And I will look forward to seeing you again. I'm planning on tomorrow. So probably about 2 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. I'll be back on and we'll get to work on these final two pieces. Well, three pieces. I got to do the rocket pod, but that is going to go real quick. But yeah, things are moving along pretty quickly now that we've got the more intricate details done. And yeah, it's going to be fun. So thanks again, guys. Have a nice day. Happy 3D printing. Happy painting. I love you. And toodles.